There's a lot going on, and make sure you check out all the local merchants for cool Christmas gifts, Carpinteria Christmas gifts. Stop by the Carpinteria Arts Center for music and tamales after the parade, and visit the Carpinteria Lions Club Festival of Trees down the street to enter to win one of the amazing Christmas trees, which all the proceeds benefit local nonprofits. And don't miss out on the Hospice tree lighting at the Seal Fountain at 5:30. And that being said, I've got another piece about the trees that they gave me on my phone, so I've got to read it. So bear with me. Okay, they're going to be selling stars. For $100, you'll receive a 12-inch silver star and a duplicate to personalize with your loved one's name. The star will be displayed at Seal Fountain above the trees at a business on Linden Avenue. Additionally, you will receive a digital star with your loved one's own name and photo for use in social media platforms. Digital stars will be emailed to you along with instructions. All proceeds will go directly to compassionate care of Carpinteria. They're available for purchase after the parade right here at Seal Fountain. And after the hospice tree, the evening's topped off at the Alcazar Theater with a Christmas carol. And Clover might have something to say about that.
I'm in the Christmas Carol myself.
There you go. See Clover in the Christmas Carol after the parade, folks. And we also want to get things going here. The parade will start in 1 minute. So is everybody ready for a parade?
Well, I just want to say happy holidays. Thank you so much for being here. You know, it takes a lot to park your car and drive, a mile or two down the road and get out and enjoy this homespun family event. Thank you so much for coming out and enjoying it with me and Clover and Mike.
Very windy out today.
Okay, we got them started up, folks. First up, we're going to be honoring our veterans in all branches of service, and they've been doing this since 1971. We have Joe Escandrino, Joe Gonzalez, Terry Moore, Joe Epley, and Larry Gillespie. And they're going to be making the corner and coming across. So, Jonna, how many years have you been doing this?
Well, I've been doing this for a couple of years now, and Clover, she's been doing this since she was what?
I don't necessarily know.
She was so young, she can't remember.
I've been doing it for like 5 years, maybe?
Wow, she is quite
she's a
the
veteran.
parade announcer.
And I just happened to be been called up for duty at the last minute, so.
Well, welcome, Mike Avery. Thank you for being here.
It's a great time, and here come the veterans, folks. Yes. We're proud of our veterans and all that have served.
And as always, Carpinteria is showing great respect for our veterans. Happy holidays!
Next we have Carpinteria Boy Scouts. The Boy Scouts of America is one of the nation's largest youth organizations. They provide programs for young people that build character from ages kindergarten to 18 years old. Carpinteria Scouts camp, hike, and do community service. If your son's ready for adventure, check them out online.
And now it's the Santa Barbara Sheriff's Pipe and Drum Corps. They are a volunteer element of the Santa Barbara County Sheriff's Department. They've been formed since 2007, and it's the only law enforcement pipe band between LA and San Francisco. Now, if you're interested in being as good as these guys, make sure you contact Pipe Sergeant Tom Strelick. He can be contacted at tstrelick@sbbagpipers.com.
Coming up next is Big Dave Smith. He's the Chief Administrator and Head Security for the Armand Hammer Foundation. And Michael Armand Hammer, businessman, entrepreneur, investor, and philanthropist. Mr. Smith is a 3-time Grammy Award winner with the gospel sensation BB and CC Winans. He is a former agent with the National Football League, whose clients include 3-time Super Bowl winner and wide receiver Alvin Harper of the Dallas Cowboys. Mr. Smith has 3 children, Ebony, who is a medical doctor, Danielle, who is a lawyer, and son Aaron, who is a lawyer. The Rolls Royce is a Silver Cloud 3, only one of 27 ever made.
Wow, look at that car.
Oh, man.
That's a beauty. Next up, Carpinteria FFA. It is a national organization dedicated to making a positive impact on children through agriculture and education. They're wishing everyone a healthy, happy 2020 and a happy holiday season.
The FFA is a big part of Carpinteria. Yes, they are.
Growing strong, yeah. Merry Christmas.
Hey guys.
Hey, hey!
All right, happy holidays from the FFA Carpinteria.
Next, we have the Carpinteria Children's Project. It envisions a community where children and families are engaged, equipped, and empowered in positively shaping the future. Our mission is to build a culture of success through community partnerships, where all children are successful, cradle to career. Children are only as strong as the families in which they live, and families are only as strong as the communities in which they reside.
That's right.
To truly affect the child, we must address the surrounding factors that influence a child's ability to thrive. In pursuit of our comprehensive goals, we focus on our youngest children and their families while addressing academic achievement, health, and social and emotional wellness at the family and community level. Carpinteria Children's Project provides early childhood education to infants through kindergartners and offers connections to parent classes, counseling, nutrition support, adverse childhood experiences, and resiliency coaching, and medical access through the Family Resource Center. Carpinteria Children's Project has served as an anchor for a strong network of community support since 2009. Carpinteria Children's Project.
And coming up, we have Los Padres Outfitters. They are local outfitters that take guests horseback riding along the beaches and trails in Carpinteria and Summerlin. They also do several days long packing trips in their backcountry. That sounds amazing.
Have you ever done that, Clover?
I've ridden a horse before, but I have not done it with them before.
I think that looks like a lot of fun.
It looks fun.
beautiful horses. Next up, Carpinteria Beautiful, President Brian Moots and members John Wilbrandt and of course Jean-Claude, keeping our streets clean. Carpinteria is clean, green, and beautiful thanks to Carpinteria Beautiful. The mission of Carpinteria Beautiful is the promotion, preservation, and enhancement of the natural beauty of Carpinteria, and you do it all.
And it's all recyclable, isn't it?
Nice. Happy holidays from Carpinteria
Hey.
Beautiful.
Nice shoes.
And up next, we have Das Williams. Das was elected as a Santa Barbara County 1st District Supervisor in June of 2016 and served Carpinteria in the State Assembly from 2010 to 2016. His biggest priority as an elected official is to fight climate change to ensure future generations inherit a clean, safe planet. He lives right here in Carpinteria with his wife and 2 daughters, and he loves parades. Hey, Das!
Everyone loves a parade.
Hey, Merry Christmas, Das!
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
And now, riding in the Metropolitan Transit District shuttle are the City of Carpinteria Council members. Of course, they brought their friends, their families, and other staff members. Welcome them as they wish you a happy holiday season.
Hey, Das.
Merry Christmas! Happy holidays!
Merry Christmas.
And coming up, we have Sea Dog. Carpinteria Dog Owner Group Sea Dog is a group of happy dog lovers who want to get a dog park in Carpinteria. Sea Dog promotes responsible dog ownership and believe that dogs that get to play off-leash are friendlier and happier. And happy dogs make happy owners.
Everybody ought to have a happy dog.
I think we can all do a collective, aww, aww. They're so cute.
Oh,
We got a little sleepy one.
he's one.
You have a dog at home?
Of course, I've got 2. Thank you.
I have some cats.
And cats are fun too. We love kitties.
They are.
All right, so let's see. We've got somebody riding in style here.
Hey, pick up the pace, Lorraine.
Hey, Lorraine, Merry Christmas. Past Carpinterias of the Year are celebrating the holidays with Carpinteria Valley Chamber of Commerce, and they are aboard the MTD's Seaside Shuttle. Thank you to our former honorees Martha Hickey, Terry Hickey Banks, John Sirda, Fred Lemire and Donna Lemire, Karen Welty Graff, and Paul Wright. Carpinterians of the Year wish you a healthy, safe, and holiday season.
And coming up right behind him is the recent Carpinterian of the Year, Curtis Lopez. Hey, Curtis. Hey, Diane. Curtis Lopez is driven by his beautiful bride, Diane Lopez. Curtis is a 6th-generation Carpinterian and a 1969 graduate of Carpinteria High School. Curtis has served his community with humor, music, and a heart for giving. Curtis is a Chamber of Commerce board member, a CEF board member, and a long-standing Lions Club member. In honor of his dedicated service to our community, Curtis was named 2018 Carpinterian of the Year. Thanks for all you do, Curtis, to enhance our community. The Carpinterian of the Year is honored every year at the Chamber of Commerce's Community Awards Banquet. Save the date for January 25th, Saturday, as the Chamber rolls out the red carpet to celebrate the stars, our award-winning Carpinteria Valley. Curtis and Diane wish you a very happy and Merry Christmas.
Well, check out these folks walking in step. Yes, the spirited Chamber leadership team, Chamber President and CEO Joyce Donaldson. She's with Chamber Board Directors, family and friends, Meister and Noons, PC team, headed by Shelley Noons. 2019 Chairwoman of the Board, Reliant Notary Services team, headed by Caroline Alarcon. UC Santa Barbara's team, headed by Monica Solosano, and Chamber staffer Berlin Barboza Garcia. The Chamber leadership team wish everyone a joyous Christmas and spirited New Year.
Here's the theater.
Thank you.
Theater group just passed.
Oh, well, we have standing right before us a Christmas Carol. It's that time of year again when the Alcazar Theater proudly presents Charles Dickens' A Christmas Carol, which has delighted our audiences for several decades. Walking is the cast of this year's production, which has 3 more performances tonight at 7 p.m. and 2 Sunday performances at 2 p.m. and 5 p.m. Regretfully, our in-house theater director, Osa Olson, has announced that this will be her last season directing A Christmas Carol. She is leaving room for a younger generation of directors to choose how they would like to delight our audiences in anticipation of the holidays. Tickets are $15 general admission, $12 for seniors and students, and $5 for children under 6. Go see the Christmas Carol and see our lovely little Clover.
I will be in the Christmas Carol too, as I said.
Carp growers.
Oh, and we're doing carp growers now.
Yeah.
Hey, Anthony.
Farmers,
Thank you. Carp growers, farmers, neighbors, and environmental stewards spreading love, flowers, bubbles, and holiday cheer. Let's hear it for the carp growers.
Coming up now is Tarpit's Gardening. Grant Cox began Tarpit's Gardening and Landscape in 1999 and Greenleaf Landscape shortly after. They started with his 1976 pickup and 2 employees. They now have 45 employees and serve their private and commercial properties. Grant, along with his vice president and wife, Beth, give back to the community whenever they can.
Merry Christmas! Merry Christmas from Grant Cox. Now we have help of Carpinteria. You know, this is an all-volunteer nonprofit organization, and they provide transportation to non-driving Carpinteria residents. They've been doing it for more than 30 years. Help will take you anywhere in Carpinteria with a smile. They'll drive you to Santa Barbara for doctor's appointments and social services for a small donation. If you want to become a volunteer driver or dispatcher, you can learn more about riding with help. Call to speak with one of their friendly volunteers Monday through Friday.
And help is going to benefit from the Festival of Trees. We're going to help buy them a new vehicle.
Yeah.
Okay, now we've got the Junior Warrior Cheerleaders. Yes, the Junior Warrior Cheerleaders encourage and enable youth to benefit from participating in a safe and structured environment. They focus on the fundamentals of sportsmanship, teamwork, and having fun.
Oh, they look great, don't they, Mike?
All right. Go, ladies, go.
Put your hands together for the Carpinteria Valley Youth Junior Warrior Cheerleaders. Now help me welcoming the Santa Barbara Forge and Iron. They create custom metalwork for home and businesses. They work in Santa Barbara but call Carpinteria their home, just like you and I do. The staff and families of Santa Barbara Forge and Iron wish the city of Carpinteria a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Woo! Merry Christmas.
All right. Okay, now we have the United Boys and Girls Club. Happy holidays from the kids and staff at the Carpinteria unit of United Boys and Girls Club of Santa Barbara County. The Carpinteria Boys and Girls Club was incorporated in 1967 and has been providing a safe and fun place for kids to go on a daily basis for more than 52 years. Our mission is to enable all young people, especially those who need us most, to reach their full potential as productive, caring, and responsible citizens. Let's hear it for the United Boys and Girls Club.
And coming up, we have Girls Inc. of Carpinteria. It's a nonprofit dedicated to inspire all girls to be strong, smart, and bold. Here they come now.
Hey!
Hi, Lilas.
All right, we've got a real special surprise for you. This year, Pizza Man Dan's has his electrical Spiras. No gas needed in these cars. They're electrically charged. They deliver with these cars and keep their pizzas hot on the top compartment. They're so much fun to drive and people love seeing them around town. It's actually the coolest vehicle in town, people. Keeping our Carpinteria clean and smog-free.
Well, I think we have the California Gold Ballroom Dance Studio coming up next. I was looking for some ballroom dancers, but I don't see any.
Well, they look kind of small. Maybe this is the junior ballroom.
Yeah, well, they're located at 4647 Carpinteria Avenue, and it was formed in December of 2018. They offer world-class ballroom and Latin dance lessons for children, teens, and adults, plus studio rental, wedding dances, professional productions, event performances in studio and on location. Please come to our California Gold production of Ballroom Blitz, Saturday, December 21st at 7 p.m. at the California Gold Ballroom. Carpinteria's Dancing with the Stars event. Tickets are on sale at the studio or online at CaliforniaGoldBallroomDance.com. Call 805-705-9090 for more information.
All right, put your hands together for Dia de los Muertos of Carpinteria. They've had their annual festival in Carpinteria for 5 years now, and this includes a month-long youth arts and cultural outreach to local schools, a cultural parade, and a post-parade celebration with live music, art on display, and community opportunities. They even let us create a mural, so this is a really good, fun community activity. They're inviting you to participate in all the themed art projects as well as their community altar. If you need more information, go to their website for details and updates at Dia de los Muertos Carpinteria.com. All events are free, by the way. And founder and director Lisa Thomas wants you to join up for the 2020 events.
Coming up now, we have Kinderkirk. Have you heard about the new entry? It's a dear little group from Kinderkirk Preschool. They would hate to fawn over such a group, but aren't they utterly delightful? Kinderkirk has joined in the parade for many years, and they want to say Merry Christmas, my dears, and Happy New Year. I was in Kinderkirk when I was younger. Go Kinderkirk! Hi, Lily.
Merry Christmas from your friends at Kinderkirk.
Okay, we have the Summerlin Elementary School.
What is this coming down the road, Michael?
I'm trying to figure that one out myself. That's a big truck. But the Summerlin, it's the home of the waves. They were established in 1890 and educating Summerlin students for over 100 years. Under the leadership of Principal Michelle Fox, the committed staff provide a stimulating environment that empowers the students to become well-informed, imaginative, and effective decision makers. Summerlin Elementary School. Merry Christmas! That's 26.
Is that Santa?
Yeah, doing a hula in an aloha shirt.
How about that?
Melekiliki paka. Happy holidays from the home of the waves. Hey!
Coming up, we have Howard School. Howard School is a non-profit school that serves kids from preschool to 8th grade, and they are the longest-running independent elementary school in Santa Barbara. They would like to wish you Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
Well, while the parade's catching up, don't forget that there'll be jazz by the Cape School Jazz Band right across the street here at the Art Center. And they'll have tamales and beverages of your choice. And also, another word about the Alcazar Theater. There's going to be a special concert on the 21st. Tarek and the Alcazar All-Stars will be putting together a special show, and there's still tickets available. So come on out. We have a great time at the Alcazar, and we're putting on some really good music.
And tonight at the Alcazar, you can see A Christmas Carol. There's a 7 o'clock performance, and then tomorrow there will be 2 performances, a 2 o'clock matinee and a 5 o'clock showing. And our very own Clover is in the production. So we encourage you to come out and see that tonight or tomorrow. A Christmas Carol at the Alcazar, our favorite local theater.
Yes.
Yes, it is a very good production this year.
I can imagine. If you're in it, it's got to be great.
Stellar.
Thank you.
All right, once again, we have the talented Carpinteria High School Warrior cheerleading squad. Woo! And boy, are they gonna wow us with their high energy dance routines. And it's gonna be to our favorite Christmas carols. We love these girls. The CHS cheerleaders are under the direction of Julie Rubio Shamblin and continue to be the highlight at Warrior sporting events. Please put your hands together, get ready to tap your toes to Carpinteria's finest, the Warrior cheerleaders. They'd like to say happy holidays, Carpinteria. Warrior spirit never dies.
Go Warriors!
I don't know about you, but this is one of my favorite Christmas carols. All right, tap those toes. Nice job. Okay, so as you know, John Palmentary of KEYT usually hosts the parade, but unfortunately, he was absent this year. We were lucky enough to get Michael Avery. He stepped in like a champ and filled in for John. Instead now, we have the holiday spirit primetime Palmentaries. What? Are they missing too? Uh-oh.
Here they come.
Uh-oh, they could have gotten arrested
Oh,
for being their Palmentary-ish ways. Oh, wait.
oh, they're
I
there.
see them coming. This is a collective group of locals and visitors honoring John Palmentary for all the work he's done in this community. We love John.
John would love this.
They could have gotten arrested for identity theft.
Oh, very true. Because they are definitely looking John Palmentary-ish. I say that this is the highlight of today's parade.
Oh. And right in that Mercedes convertible, we have Erica Drew. This is Bella, lead singer of the Heart and Soul Band, the hottest 805 variety band performing top 40 covers. You've seen them at Fiesta, AvoFest, Fall Fest, and the Ventura County Fair. Join them at the Palms right here in Carpinteria, Friday, December 27th for their festive holiday show at 9 p.m. Or catch them at the Moose Lodge for a New Year's Eve to remember. Tickets on sale now. Hey, hey!
And coming up, everyone's favorite, Harrison Son. E.J. Harrison and Son started in 1932, and they are one of the oldest and largest independently owned trash collection companies in the United States. Wow. Myra Harrison is president with her three sons, Ralph, Jim, and Myron, as vice president. Today they serve over 70,000 people. That's impressive.
Merry Christmas!
Yes, I know. I hear them. It's the Santa Barbara County Sheriff. Now, under the command of Sheriff Bill Brown, the men and women of the Santa Barbara County Sheriff's Department are committed to protecting and serving all of us that call Santa Barbara County home. The dedicated team of professionals are committed to 5 core values in the performance of their daily duties. integrity, caring, courage, fairness, and service. A big thank you to the Santa Barbara County Sheriff officers for all that they do, and Merry Christmas.
Now the Carpinteria Summerlin Fire Protection District. They've been serving our district with pride and service since 1934. The moment you've been waiting for, Santa Claus.
Hey, let's give it up for Santa Claus. Hey!
The man of the hour, Santa himself, wishing
Ho, ho.
all of you a Merry Christmas. He's the man.
Merry Christmas, everyone. That brings us to the end of the parade, but the festivities have not ended.
No, not at all, Michael.
In downtown, there's all kinds of good things to do. So share it with your family, your friends. Pop on over to the Art Center, catch some music, grab a tamale, and go down to the Festival of Trees and look at the 24 trees that are fully decorated with all. I think the Carpinteria Valley Lumberyard tree has a value of $7,000. You could win that for a dollar ticket. So thank you very much. Jonna, thank you.
Thank
Clover,
you, Michael.
thank you.
Thank you, Clover.
You made it easy.
And don't forget to come down to the Christmas Carol.
And also, we have the Light Up a Life ceremony coming up at 7:30.
Yes.
Right
Yes.
here at the Seal Fountain, correct?
Yes. The hospice tree will be lit at 7:30, and you can come over now and get your stars. So celebrate a loved one, honor a loved one, and everyone have a wonderful holiday and Merry, Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
By participating in this collective circle of remembering, we connect to one another in the certitude that mortal life on this earthly plane may be transitory, but a life well remembered goes on and on and on forever. You need only look around to know that you are not alone in your grief. We are stronger together than alone. Compassionate Care of Carpinteria was launched officially in 2018 with that very notion in mind, to bring the patient and family-centered, heart-driven, and completely free of charge programs offered by Hospice of Santa Barbara to our local community, offering support where it is needed so no one need go it alone. Compassionate Care of Carpinteria is an initiative of HSB, and it provides care for anyone experiencing the impact of serious illness or grieving the death of a loved one in Carpinteria, again, free of charge, and in a bilingual and culturally sensitive manner. We have offices at the Carpinteria Children's Project and a local presence with a dedicated and caring staff who have become embedded in the community. Compassionate Care of Carpinteria has held community breakfasts and events to help Carpinterians understand what is being offered and how to access services. And that word-of-mouth process is working. Through just the first 3 quarters of 2019, they've delivered patient care services to 41 clients, adult bereavement services to 98 clients, children and family bereavement services to 36 clients. And that represents an increase of over 42% from last year. So keep on talking. You may have seen superstars hanging on Linden or overhead here at the Seal Fountain, or perhaps on social media platforms. Both the hard copy and digital superstars are exclusive to Carpinteria, and in addition to serving as visual ways to honor and acknowledge our loved ones, they serve as a fundraiser to help sustain programs here in CARP. So thanks to those who've purchased Superstars bearing the name and sometimes photo of your loved ones. You are helping Compassionate Care of Carpinteria succeed. And those among us who are on the steering committee for Compassionate Care of Carpinteria, please stand up. I know Mandy Gokong and Jerry Ann Cardy and Mike Lazaro are among us, and there are others, but I can't see. So I'd like to thank everyone on the steering committee. You're a pleasure to work with, and it's really an honor to do this work. But thank you all for being here. We have a wonderful short program for you this evening. David Selberg. David has been with Hospice at Santa Barbara for the last 5 years, and he's led the organization to unprecedented heights in terms of the numbers of local families we've served. So here's David.
Hello. Hello. Thank you all. Thank you, Mary Beth, so much for holding the space for us tonight. We're super grateful. And a special thank you to all of our volunteers who every year give their time and their efforts and their heart to helping us put this on. And the amazing folks over here to my left. Our Trader Joe's team, they actually live in Carp, right? I love that. So thank you. Thank you all. This is the 36th year of Light Up a Life. That's a lot of years. I'm looking at my friend Jackie, and she and I have probably been to a good many of these. It's a really valuable thing to take a moment, as Mary Beth said, as we're in the midst of this busy time, and remember those that we've lost and that we miss. Some of us are here with a recent loss. I was talking to a woman here whose dad just very recently died. And some of us are here to honor those and put stars in their names on the trees that we lost a long time ago. I think of two people. I think of my mom, who died 48 years ago. And I think of her every day, actually, but I especially think of her during Christmas. She loved Christmas. She was a single mom with 6 boys. I was the youngest of 6 boys, and she died very suddenly. And so I think of her so much right this time of year. She loved to decorate our house to the nines with everything Christmas. And she sat at a big metal desk in the 1960s, and there was a woman named Moochie who sat right next to my mom at another big metal desk. They were in a secretarial pool, it used to be called. And Moochie just died just a few months ago. And she was really a remarkable human being. She married she died at 90. She married an American GI during World War II. And Moochie would find me after my mom died. Wherever I was, I worked in restaurants, and as I went through high school and college. I worked at this grocery store right behind us here. Moochie would find wherever I was, and she'd bring me a box of See's candy every year for birthday and Christmas. And so I think of her fondly. She had a long life, and I miss her deeply. I want to also do a little bit of a thank you to some people that worked really hard to bring us here tonight. Beth Cox was a huge supporter for us being here. Mike Hammer of the Arm & Hammer Foundation, super generous with us tonight. Grand Vita, I saw some of the staff from Grand Vita here. Thank you. You're over there. Great. Thank you. And I'll do a shout out, as Mary Beth did, to the whole event committee that put this on tonight. Nicole Andreessen, Sherry Berkowitz, Jerry Cardy, thank you, Jerry. Mary Beth, Chris Davis, thank you. Joyce Donaldson, Tina Finucci Furtado, Mandy Gokong, Maria Gonzalez, Mike Lazaro, Mike's everywhere here tonight, Jose Mocterzuma, Angelica Ornelius, and Renia Van Kirk. They all worked really hard to put this on in Carp tonight. So a huge thank you. Yes, we all know them. So all of us on staff here at Hospice of Santa Barbara are deeply honored to be a part of this event every year. We consider it a community gathering that we feel honored to host. And thank you all for coming. Some of you came alone, some of you came with friends, with family, and you got your stars and you put your stars on the tree. So thank you all for that. I have the true honor to introduce an amazing woman that I get to work with at Hospice of Santa Barbara. She manages all our initiatives work, including the work we're doing with Compassionate Care of Carpinteria. And she's going to do a welcoming in Spanish. Adriana Morrow Quinn will do that. And Adriana, come on up. And thank you all again.
Thank you. Buenas noches y muchas gracias por acompañarnos en esta noche tan especial. Para ustedes que es su primera vez o que tal vez no conozcan a la organización, todos los programas que ofrecemos son completamente gratis. El primero es de consejería para personas que están de duelo, ya que han perdido a un ser querido. Tenemos a consejeros bilingües que trabajan con niños y adultos desde goleta a carpintería. El segundo programa es el de cuidado al paciente. En este, el equipo visita a personas que tienen una condición médica grave y que les ayudan con cosas prácticas, ya sea ayuda con una traducción médica o ayuda con el mandado de la semana. Además de eso, ellas proveen soporte emocional para todas las familias y sus seres queridos. Pero bueno, hoy realmente es para recordar a las personas que ya no están con nosotros, a nuestros seres queridos que ya no están. Y hay que recordar esos lindos momentos que nos han dejado, porque a través de los días y los años, tal vez eso es lo único que nos queda, sus alegrías y sus memorias que nos han compartido. De repente vemos algo o escuchamos una canción que nos hace recordarlos, y simplemente es eso. Ellos están con nosotros siempre. Así es que hoy hay que dar el tiempo que frecuentemente no les damos. Hay que recordarlos con alegría por todo lo que nos dieron, y se vale estar triste porque ya no están aquí. Pero muchas gracias por acompañarnos y compartirlos con nosotros. Gracias.
Now it's my privilege to introduce to you John Vale. Originally from the Philippines, John Vale is a trained medical doctor, and he currently works at Cottage Hospital as a clinical scientist. He sang and traveled the world with the renowned University of Santo Tomas Singers, the only two-time grand prize winner of the Choir of the World and the Pavarotti Trophy. This is his 6th year singing at Light Up a Life events. John.
Softly, I will lead you softly, for my heart will break if you should wake and see me go. So I leave you softly, long before you miss me, long before your arms can beg me stay for one more ride or the years. I can't bear the tears to fall so softly as I leave you there. Long before you kiss me, long before your arms can pack me, stay for one more run or one more day. After all the years, I can't bear the tears to fall so softly as I leave you there, as I leave you there, as I leave you there.
Thank you, John. That was heavenly. I'd now like to introduce to you Jonakai Wilkinson. Jonakai is a photographer and an artist. Last year, as she sat with her dying dad, in a strange twist of fate, her sister passed away. A few months later, her dad, aged 96, also passed, and he was like the ocean for Jonakai. They skied together until he was 95. They built homes together. He taught her how to be a photographer and how to fix just about everything except for her broken heart. In Perry Longo's Hospice Poetry Workshop group, Jonakai says she experienced love, community, and understanding. It helped her to know that grief is not something to fear. Grieving is something to be lived, not dreaded. And she surfaced with a book of poems, photographs, and art to celebrate her dad's life and legacy. So Jonakai will read her original poem, "The Sea and Me is an Ocean of Grief." Jonakai?
Thank you, Mary Beth, and thank you, Hospice of Santa Barbara. I truly would not be here without them. When my dad passed away, I felt like part of me really died, and it was the hardest thing I ever had to do, was to come back from that. And through a process of grieving, which, you know, you hear that everybody grieves in their own way, and it takes as long as it takes, and you know, you don't really understand that until you do that. And because of Hospice, I got to do that. I got to, with my own heart, heal and come back to life. And this is probably the last of the series of poems that I wrote in Perry's class at Hospice, and I hope you enjoy it. It's called "The Sea and Me." Submerged in what feels like an ocean of grief, I can't breathe and I can't see. I rise to the surface on the crest of a wave, and the white foam covers me. The flood from my tears fills the ocean. Then down to the seafloor I go, tumbling head over heels in the sand. I need help. Outstretched hands reach for me, and I hold on and gasp for air. The cycle continues as I rise up and I sink back down. But I'm tethered now to a life with incredible support, love, and understanding. And I now see the sea in me. With love and so much gratitude to Hospice of Santa Barbara, my beloved husband, and my friends who I would not be here without. They're all here with me on this journey called life. And this poem was inspired by all of you, really, who've been there with me with so much love, support, and understanding. Thank you so much.
Thank you for those beautiful words, Janakai. May I now introduce the Reverend Kristen Rome, who will offer a message of comfort. The Reverend Kristen Rome is the spiritual care counselor for Hospice of Santa Barbara. She's a Unitarian Universalist minister, and after 7 years of serving her congregation, she's pleased to be at Hospice supporting individuals and families with life-threatening illness and end-of-life issues. Kristen?
It is good that we are here together this evening. We join countless generations before us, gathering to honor those who have died. Tonight I'm remembering my mother-in-law, who died last fall, and my mentor, Bets, from Carpinteria, who died 2 years ago. Some of you, too, are here for a beloved who died some time ago, and so we have some experience coming through grief under our belts. For others of us, the person we are missing died more recently, and our loss is fresh, and our grief is raw. Wherever you are on the journey of grief, whatever is your story, I'm glad that you are here tonight for this Light Up a Life ceremony. Because one of the ways that we begin to heal is this: we come together. This is a spiritual truth from every religious tradition I know. We gather to share our grief, to mourn together, to allow the community to help us face the darkness and find our way back toward the light. Grieving is exhausting and can be especially hard at this time of year. The days are short, the nights are long, and regardless of whether we celebrate Hanukkah, solstice, Christmas, or something else, there's this pressure around us to be happy, to go to parties, to celebrate, when we might not feel that way. And if that's true for you, know that you are not alone. All of us here this evening have had someone close to us die. All of us have grief. Though we may feel alone, we are connected through this shared experience. Spiritual traditions around the world recognize the power of this solidarity. For it is a truth of being human that we will know loss and grief. And it is a truth of grief that it takes longer than we want it to. It doesn't help to cover it over or hurry it up. Here is what I know of suffering The only way out is through, right through the middle of it. And the way through grief is to feel it in all its messiness and unpredictability. If your grief feels overwhelming at times, remember that you are not alone. If you are struggling right now, if you question whether you can go on, whether you can survive this, know this. I see you. I stand with you to face the pain. All of us at Compassionate Care, all 42 of us at Hospice, stand with you. We face the darkness together, shoulder to shoulder. For that is one way to ease the weight of grief, is we allow someone to accompany us, to listen to our story. So tonight, let this gathered community help us and comfort us. Let us all share the weight so that we might breathe a little easier. Take a breath and let it out slowly. Join with me as we take a moment of silence to acknowledge all that is in our hearts. May these words from Mark Nepo bring comfort. Everything is beautiful, and I am so sad. This is how the heart makes a duet of wonder and grief. The light spraying through the lace of the fern is as delicate as the memories that form their web around the knot in my throat. The breeze makes the birds move from branch to branch as this ache makes me look for those I've lost in the next room, the next song, in the laugh of the next stranger. In the very center, under it all, what we have that no one can take away, and all that we have lost face each other. It is there that I'm adrift, feeling punctured by a holiness that exists inside everything. I am so sad, and everything is so beautiful. And it is true, isn't it? We are sad, and everything is beautiful. It is both and. We see the beauty of the trees. We've heard the beauty of the music and the poetry. We can feel the beauty of the lives represented by each of the silver stars on our trees. My friends, we stand on holy ground as we do this sacred work of honoring those we love who have died. We remember them and the lives we shared with them. And we bring all of that into the light. All that they taught us, all that they shared with us, and all that they gave to us, it lives on inside of each of us. Let us trust that love, remembering that it will always be with us. In a minute, we will light our tree for each of those beloveds that we have known. And in the days and weeks ahead, I want you to tell stories about your beloved. Share them. Let yourself laugh, feeling some of the fun times, remembering them, feeling the love and the enduring memories that live on within you. And in this way, we together turn toward the light, as humans have throughout time and across religions and cultures. Let the light inspire you. Let it heal you. Let us light up a life. Let us together light up all of the lives. May it be so.
Thank you, Kristen. Those are warm words on a very blustery night. So now I need all the kids to gather up your magic and move to the front of the tree, please. Inviting all kids to come up, get in front of the tree, and we're going to count backwards from 10 to 1 to light it up. Attendees, if you have your little pincher lights that were provided, your cue will be after we hit 1 to light up your life. Okay, are we ready?
Ready?
Yes?
Yeah.
Okay, here we go. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Excellent work. That's beautiful. And now John Vale is back with us, and he'll sing You Raise Me Up. Thank you, John.
I pray you'll be our eyes and watch us where we go, and help us to be wise in times when we don't know. Let this be our as we go our way. Lead us to a place, guide us with your grace, to a place where we'll be safe. La luce che tu dai nel cuore resterà a ricordarci che l'eterna stella sei nella mia preghiera. Quanta fede c'è. Lead us to a place, guide us with your grace, give us faith so we'll be safe. Sogniamo un mondo senza più violenza, un mondo di giustizia ed speranza, ognuno di la mano alza vicino, simbolo di pace, di fraternità. Forza che ci dai, il desiderio che just like every child. Need to find a place, guide us with your grace, give us faith so we'll be safe. Elapedekay, ayak cheson ay, sentorke ci salve.
Can we have another round of applause for John Vale, please? Can we also have a round of applause for Cheryl Huiot, who's behind the scenes making it all happen? And thanks to all of you for braving the elements and being with us tonight. We hope you found some comfort and some joy. We wish you many happy memories and some tender moments this holiday season. Thanks to our partners, Trader Joe's. Enjoy some refreshments as long as you can stand it. And happy holidays. Good night.